shambolic performance by Man United. For Manchester United's performance, we got that goal through Mason Greenwood. Fantastic finish from him as well. Superb goal. He went close just before that as well, with a similar strike. Fantastic goal from him. We get 1-0 up, and we just throw it away. I think 12 minutes later we conceded the goal. Lindelof passes the ball to Harry Maguire wide by the corner flag, and he just panics. Absolutely panics. I think it was Iheanacho that closes him down, wins the ball, gets the ball into the centre. And it was a great finish by Yuri Tielemans, I think. It was one of the goals of the season so far. I definitely think he meant it by the way he looked at the goal when he struck the ball. But the defending in the lead up to that, and the defending in the lead up to most of the goals today, was absolutely abysmal. And it feels like at this moment, and everyone knows, look, I love Gunnar Solskjaer as a player. I love him as a person. I've wanted him to succeed as a manager. When he first got given the job, I was unsure whether he deserved it on a full-time basis. But as the time progressed, after his first season, after his second season, he proved some of my doubts wrong in that, he managed to steady the ship. He managed to build some foundations. He managed to bring the feel-good factor back to Manchester United. He managed to get the crowd believing in the team again. And bringing the players and the squad to where it is now, a lot of that responsibility lies at Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's feet. So for all those people that criticise him and say, look, he should have been gone ages ago, this, that and the other, I think that's unfair because I think he's done a good job, but he has taken us as far as he can. The issues that we've had over the last 2 years, 3 years with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer have been, is he tactically good enough when it really matters? Yes, we've seen good performances against Man City or Liverpool or in individual games or Spurs or Arsenal or whatever. And, you can look at the PSG game as well. Games, we have some great performances against very good teams. But consistently, and you look at it today, look at some of the patterns and the way that Leicester City were playing. And then you look at what we do on the ball consistently. Players can have bad performances. I thought Harry Maguire had a stinker today. I thought Bruno Fernandes had a stinker. I thought Paul Pogba wasn't good at all. I think a lot of the players, Ronaldo was invisible, but again, we didn't really create any chances for him. The 1 or 2 that we did create for him, he probably should have scored. You can look at individual performances of players and all go, yeah, he was poor today, he was poor today, he was poor today. And I suppose some people will then go, so that means it's not the manager's fault. And that's where that isn't true. Because a lot of things, when a team is playing badly, you just need to return to your basics sometimes. What do we do when things are going wrong? What do we do what are our patterns? And we don't have any. We don't seem to know what we're doing on the ball. We don't seem to have any cohesion between defence and midfield, between midfield and attack. The lads were talking about today on the kickoff how our defence is poor, it's unorganised, it's a shambles. But I can't tell whether it's just defence or the whole team. The whole team wasn't good enough. And when we need to dig it out, we haven't been able to do it. And I do feel like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has taken us as far as he can. But by the same token, I don't think Manchester United act. We've seen that the Glazers are that are reactive rather than proactive. They never make a decision, when you least expect it, a right decision when you whoa, they made that quick and they've dealt with it quite quickly. They never do that. We saw with Van Gaal, we saw with Moyes, we saw with Mourinho. Until certain contractual obligations are met, they will not sack a manager. So we can sit here and talk about, is Ole going to get sacked? I don't think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to get sacked. But I do feel like we're sleepwalking towards his sacking and towards him leaving Manchester United. Because it just doesn't look right out of there. And look, we could go and beat Atalanta in midweek, although I'm not as confident as that. We could go and win some of these games in the future, but you do feel it's going to be 1 or 2 good results, 1 or 2 bad results, up, down, up, down. And with the team that we've got, with the squad that he has built, to be fair to him, but with the team that we've got, with the squad that he's built, with all of that kind of stuff, you have to be challenging for the title. You have to be challenging for the big trophies. And the start of this season for Manchester United was a big opportunity. We had a big opportunity when we saw the likes of Chelsea and Liverpool and City and the fixtures that they had, City losing in their opening game against Spurs and all those kind of things. And the fixtures that we had, they weren't easy. Everton, Aston Villa, they're good teams. They're not easy teams to beat. But we had an opportunity to be able to have a little bit of a gap going into this difficult run of fixtures that we've got. And we haven't. We've dropped points. We've dropped past behind those teams. And now we will not be challenging for the league, you don't feel. And this is a squad that should be. Now, you could go on a great run and pull yourself back into the mix, but you just don't feel like that's going to happen. You feel like any bits of form will be temporary for United because we're not set up well enough for sustained success. And it's just unfortunate to see. Look, I thought there were so many players poor today. Poor players. I thought, oh man. Well, I thought David De Gea, by the way, was immense. And if it wasn't for David De Gea, it's probably 6-2, 7-2, because he made some saves today. But then you look at, I thought Lindelof, very good. But what's funny is, Harry Maguire will stink a place out like that. Victor Lindelof will play well, set up the goal for Marcus Rashford. Guess who will be dropped when Varane comes back? It'll be Lindelof. And that's a joke within itself, because I thought Lindelof today, that pass for Marcus Rashford's goal was incredible. And I actually think there was times today where he bailed Maguire out. Someone has commented on De Gea's passing today, and they thought he underhit passes a lot. To me, I just saw a man that seemed to, save us a lot of times, and that's why I gave him our man of the match, although there weren't much. I thought Matic did okay at times today, which was weird, because I thought Pogba and Bruno in front of him didn't have much of a great day. But I thought Matic, in terms of getting those challenges in that we wanted in the number 6 position, and putting tackles in and getting the ball forward, I thought Matic did his job today. But what we'll see is he'll be probably used as the reason why we lost this, and we'll see McTominay and Fred come back in again. Someone said, I think I read a tweet where it said, this is why we rely on McTominay and Fred. Bro, you can't rely on McTominay and Fred. If McTominay and Fred are the answer, then I don't even want to know what the question is, because it's not good enough. Bruno and Pogba, poor today. I thought there was a few glimpses from Bruno in terms of his passing, but generally poor today. And Mason Greenwood, I thought he got very greedy at times. He kept shooting, especially in the second half, and he was high and wide with a lot of them. But his goal was fantastic, and he always looked like a threat. Ronaldo, non-existent. We didn't create enough chances for him. Although we did create 2 that there was a pass from Luke Shaw across the box that I thought that he should have scored, and he didn't. Sancho, again, glimpses, but not enough. Didn't have a good game. Rashford comes on, scores a goal, gets his season underway, but not enough for Man United. I mean, you look at when we conceded 12 minutes after scoring the 1-0, immediately after drawing back 2-2. It's just shambolic, and it's unforgivable to be conceding goals like that at this level. So yeah, poor day for Manchester United. You do feel like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is sleepwalking into a sacking, but we also know that the Glazers won't pull the trigger until they have to, really. Sad state of affairs, really. Everyone knows I want Ole to do well. I'm behind him. I'm not one of these guys that, starts aiming vitriolic abuse at any manager. Even when, Mourinho would piss me off, I'd still go to the ground and support him in that. I'm right behind Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to turn this around, but I don't think he will. And I think the writing's on the wall, unfortunately. And it's just a matter of time now, isn't it? What a sad state of affairs. It's going to be 10 years soon, without a league title. We need to fix the fuck up ASAP.